Welcome back to Quiz Koala. Brace yourself for 35 general knowledge questions. How many can you answer correctly? Let's begin. Why was Animal Farm banned in Russia? Was it feared to incite rebellion, criticized communism, or depicted animals as leaders? It was feared to incite rebellion against the government. What is the final scary image that convinces Scrooge to change his ways? A ghost of Christmas future, his own grave, or his name on a tombstone? Seeing his name on a tombstone convinces Scrooge to change. Which of these African cities was within the Songhai Empire? Cairo, Timbuktu, or Lusaka? Timbuktu was part of the Songhai Empire. Who preceded Juan Carlos I on the Spanish throne? Francisco Franco, King Alfonso XIII, or Miguel Primo de Rivera? King Alfonso XIII preceded Juan Carlos I. Who was the original Coronation Street battle axe? Elsie Tanner, Hilda Ogden, or Aina Sharples? Aina Sharples was the original Coronation Street battle axe. Which painting plays a central role in Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code? Mona Lisa, The Last Supper, or Vitruvian Man? The Last Supper is central to the plot of The Da Vinci Code. In which country is St. Lucy's Day observed with a procession headed by a girl wearing a crown of candles? Sweden, Ukraine, or Bulgaria? St. Lucy's Day is observed in Sweden with this tradition. What is an inventor of languages called? A linguist, polyglot, or conlanger? An inventor of languages is called a conlanger. When is the Bavarian Weisswurst traditionally eaten? For dinner, before midday, or after sunset? Bavarian Weisswurst is traditionally eaten before midday. In which U.S. state is Mono Lake located? Nevada, California, or Utah? Mono Lake is located in California. The fastest type of shockwave is known by which letter? S, L, or P? The fastest type of shockwave is known as P wave. Which mammals have males known as hobs and females known as gills? Rabbits, foxes, or ferrets? Ferrets have males called hobs and females called gills. How long does it take an elephant baby to develop in the womb? 12, 18, or 22 months? An elephant's gestation period is 22 months. Which new form of transport was invented by Christopher Cockerell in 1955? Segway, the hovercraft, or monorail? Christopher Cockerell invented the hovercraft in 1955. What became the anesthetic of choice after the 1840s? Chloroform, ether, or nitrous oxide? Chloroform became the preferred anesthetic after the 1840s. What is a tiller primarily used for? Harvesting crops, steering a boat, or plowing fields? A tiller is primarily used for steering a boat. When did the competition that became the Six Nations Championship begin? 1883, 1900, or 1925? The competition began in 1883. Which boy band did Tom Watkins form as rivals to Take That? Westlife, Boyzone, or East 17? Tom Watkins formed East 17 as rivals to Take That. Which animal is known as the ship of the desert? Camel, horse, or donkey? The camel is known as the ship of the desert. What is the name of the giant Ferris wheel beside the Thames River in England? The London Eye, the Big Wheel, or the Thames View? It's the London Eye. Where in America is key lime pie the official state pie? California, Florida, or Texas? Key lime pie is the official state pie of Florida. Which is the world's smallest bird at 6 centimeters? Bee hummingbird, goldcrest, or rebill? The bee hummingbird is the world's smallest bird. In Canada, what is celebrated on June 21st? Indigenous Peoples Day, Canada Day, or Maple Syrup Day? June 21st is Indigenous Peoples Day in Canada. For which religion was the Borobudur Temple in Indonesia built? Hinduism, Buddhism, or Islam? The Borobudur Temple was built for Buddhism. Which king of England and Wales had 6 wives? Richard III, Henry VIII, or Edward VI? Henry VIII had 6 wives. Which musical is based on Romeo and Juliet? Cats, Les Miserables, or West Side Story? West Side Story is based on Romeo and Juliet. What color do flowers pollinated at night by moths and bats tend to be? Red, white, or pale, or purple? Night-pollinated flowers tend to be white or pale. Who led the Chinese Communist Revolution? Mao Zedong, Chiang Kai-shek, or Sun Yat-sen? Mao Zedong led the Chinese Communist Revolution. Which type of hepatitis is spread by contaminated food and water? Hepatitis A, B, or C? Hepatitis A is spread by contaminated food and water. In which country is Delibes' opera Lakmé set? France, Italy, or India? Delibes' opera Lakmé is set in India. Which film pairs Robert De Niro and Al Pacino on screen for the first time? The Godfather Part 2, Righteous Kill, or Heat? Heat was the first film to pair De Niro and Pacino on screen. Which king built the Hanging Gardens of Babylon? Hammurabi, Nebuchadnezzar, or Cyrus? Nebuchadnezzar built the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. In which year did Edgar Degas die? 1917, 1905, or 1923? Edgar Degas died in 1917. What is angling and sailing? Sailboat, keelboat, or catamaran? Angling is a type of keelboat. Which Australian performer is known for his Dame Edna Everage character? Barry Humphries, Paul Hogan, or Hugh Jackman? Barry Humphries is known for Dame Edna Everage. Write your score in the comments and select your next challenge.